Hello everyone, and welcome to another Cut It Out Monday video. For today's video I am going to show you how to weld the shadow or the background piece of an image together to make a card base. I was asked on my Facebook page by one of my followers how to do that, and I thought that that would be a great video to do because for me it's easier to see than it is to read it in the hopes that someone has explained it to me well. So I told her I would be happy to do a video, so that's what I'm doing. So you're first gonna want to start off with signing in, and you'll know you're signed in when you see your name up here in the top corner box. We're gonna go ahead and insert images. Now the image that we are using is a roller skate image from the Nifty 50 cartridge. So just typed in roller skate, and this is the image we're using. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and once it is selected by the green check box there, you're going to hit insert images. There we go. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. We're going to kind of work in that little box. I will be using some of these over here, so I will move the camera accordingly, but for this we're just going to stay tight like this. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to your layers bar here, and you're going to want to hit ungroup and get rid of the two background images, this black one as well as the pink background. Okay, and the first thing you want to do is decide on what size card you want. Now remember, whatever size card you want this to be, the card base until you fold it is going to be much bigger. So I would start out with deciding on the size of the card. So I want this image to be at least 5.5 tall. So I'm going to go over here to our edit. I'm going to click on, we're going to highlight the whole image so everything sizes up correctly. We're actually going to first get rid of the shadow because this is the shadow we don't want. We're going to be duplicating the black here. So once I know everything is highlighted, and it is, I'm going to hit edit. Let me move over so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to change this to be 5.5. Now for whatever reason mine throws everything off, but it is all lined up. In fact, we're actually going to go ahead and go back, and we're going to group this all together and make it just that much easier. So again, click on it, change the height, make sure your lock is locked, otherwise you'll just change the height but not proportioned. And there is going to be the height of my card. And we'll zoom out just a little. There we go. Okay, so back to your layers, you're going to want to ungroup all of this. And I just like to hide, I find it to be easiest to hide the elements that I'm not going to be changing at the moment. Now with the background piece here, you're going to want to duplicate it, and I'm going to duplicate it 2 more times. 1, 2. We're going to move one of them off to the side and hide that one because we don't need that just yet. And for the purpose of this, we're going to go ahead and change this color to white so you can see that I have 2 pieces. Now, take one of your pieces, and I actually like to move it over here so that I know that I'm lining them up evenly. This one you're going to want to flip, so go to your edit window, go over here where it says mirror. You want to hit this hourglass figure so it's up and down. That is all of the flipping you want to do. You just want to flip the image upside down. So now you have the exact mirror copy. We're going to come down just a little. Actually, we're going to zoom out a bit. and go back up. Okay. So now you want to line up these two pieces with as much, oops, I'm sorry, you guys are off camera. My bad. You're going to want to line these two pieces up with as much as you prefer to weld. So we'll zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. So if you want just a little bit, do just a little. If you want a lot, do a lot. What I did with the original one is I lined it up so that these two loops were touching. Not a lot of overlap, but just a little. And then everything else fell right into place. Okay, so we're going to zoom out. And we're going to hold down the shift button while one of your images is highlighted and click on the other. And wait for my computer to catch up. And we're going to go ahead and first move this piece over. And again, wait for my computer to catch up. It's a little slow today. So now we can see, I do apologize for that glare. That sun is starting to come in through the window. So let's move that over a little more so it's easier. There, a little less glare. Oh, that helps too. So what you're going to want to do is go back to your layers and hit the weld button right here. These two pieces will change to one color. But now you have your card base. Once you have cut this out, all you have to do is fold it so that the skate wheels line up and then crease, and you're good to go. Now I'm sure you're wondering why I made that third skate piece. So what we're going to do is, oops, wrong one. And we're going to change the color, or we're going to leave the color that way, and we're going to undo the rest of these. Highlight them so we move them all, put them back on top. Oh, there we go. And bring that over. I'm aware we're off camera and I apologize for that. Bring back on camera here in just a second. Okay, by sizing everything up beforehand, you already know that this is going to fit this. So you can change the color to whatever color you want, because at this point it is now just a card base. So we're going to change it to white so you can see what's going on. And we're going to highlight this because I meant to group that together again. And we're going to line it up. Sorry, my kid came in to ask a question. So I'll zoom in for you. So as you can see here, this is going to overlap the fold of the card. That's what you want. You want the image to be what's seen, but the card base to not necessarily not be seen, but you don't need the fold to be right up at the very tippy top. By welding it where I did, it made it for a much sturdier fold, in my opinion. So once you have everything ready to go, you can change the color of the skates if you want. It really depends. I think I did a pink and purple colored card for my daughter, and then I did extra little touches for the shoelaces, so I don't think I actually cut out the shoelaces. But once you're happy with everything, you just want to go ahead and click on go. Let me zoom out. Okay, and then it'll give you all of your layers. will give you all of your layers, and your card base is right there. Now, if you want to keep this black, you can certainly do that, but then I would suggest taking the background piece, the one that we started out with, so this black one, I'm going to go ahead and move that, duplicating it to make an insert for the information. You can also leave this a one-sided card if you want, so that the back side of the card would have all of the information. It is totally up to you, but the request was to see how I welded it together, so that's what you get. So I hope that that was helpful. I am not, unfortunately, going to be cutting this out and putting it together. My children can't seem to leave me alone, but I will show again, real quick, how I welded the cards. I'm going to go ahead and keep this image and just get rid of the rest. Just makes it that much simpler. Okay, so like I said, you want to decide what size you want your card base. You want to duplicate it. Go up to Edit, hit your mirror image, decide how much you want welded and how much you don't. Highlight, zoom back out a little. Make sure both pieces are highlighted together. Okay, go to your layer panel. Hit the weld button up here. Wait for that to weld, and there you go. You have your card base. We'll show you what it looks like on the mat one more time. And like I said, you just want to line up the wheels on both ends, and everything else will fall into place, and then just crease. I hope that that helps. I hope you guys all have a wonderful Monday, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.